story. Where you need us at 6 a.m. 10 News. Anna Nicole's will released. The details at 4.
Miss Wolf?
Yes.
We're now in the wardrobe room.
Come on, this way.
Jason got something done for us, Jason.
A little scrub top for you.
Thank you. I like it.
You'll never wash that shirt, right?
Never ever. Never ever.
What have you seen a lot of?
Seen a lot of Metro Court.
And hospital rooms?
And hospital rooms.
So is it everything you thought it would be?
More.
You're a fantastic fan. Come on. Give us some sugar.
Fantastic February is sponsored by Quilted Northern. It's all in the pattern. A pattern of caring. Quilted Northern.
I can't.
You have to.
I don't know what to say.
Lorenzo, this is no time to be insecure. You have to talk to these people convincingly, or a lot of other people die, including us.
Alcazar, everything's fine. Well, then you've been misinformed. Now there's no need for your interference. I have everything under control. Look, if anything comes up or our plans are being disrupted, I will let you know. Until then, you're just gonna have to trust me. I hope to God you know what you're doing.
That's it. That has to be it. Sophie Germain was the love of Alcazar's life, and it makes sense. 767 is SOP.
And the rest works out to be 443.
That's the code, Sonny. It's the code. Those numbers will stop the briefcase from self-destructing. It's exactly what Craig wants to get us out of here.
Or at least one of us.
I hope you enjoyed your last act on Earth.
I decide who lives or dies.
He just killed one of our men.
Silence!
Show's over, kiddies. Go back to whatever you were doing.
Okay, we're good to go.
You open the vault?
Once I press this button, the override goes into effect.
I knew it. I knew it. You're exactly what Manny was. You are a cold-blooded killer. I want to hear you admit it. Come on, say it, you freak! Say it!
Bravo! Sweet Sam finally showing off her true color.
Take care of this.
Hey, Father.
Hold it right there.
Somebody's getting trigger happy in there. We haven't got another hour to wait for that vault to open.
Look, we don't know whether that was actually targeted or if it's simply a warning.
Simply a warning. My daughter is in there, man. If she comes out feet first with a bullet in her head, am I supposed to care about this distinction?
Look! We know that Mr. Craig wants Alcazar's briefcase. That's the reason for this whole debacle. Once he gets it, he's gonna need live hostages, and he knows it. Get him on the phone.
Oh, great. Great. And if my daughter is eating bullets while you're chatting on the phone...
Dad, calm it down a notch. Look, if you plan on storming the lobby in the next hour, I need to set up a triage area now.
We've got paramedics on site.
Paramedics? Mac, that's not enough. You're crazy if you think Robin's going to be the only casualty. We need to be able to save multiple lives simultaneously, which means a team of ER doctors standing by. When dealing with gunshot wounds, we don't have time. Robin's already been in there way too long. She doesn't have time to get into
I got it. I'll call a hospital. I'll send personnel. I'll have a triage set up within the hour.
Rodriguez, one more thing I want you to take care of before we storm the hotel. I want you to arrest Luke Spencer.
You know what? I need to find a way out of this nightmare.
I hate to be the voice of doom here, but no matter how tonight plays out, you're trapped. We're trapped. Those covert ops people you just talked to, they're not about to let their most powerful gunrunner go quietly into the night. Not with everything they think you know.
How am I supposed to do this? I don't even remember working with these people or why I did. How am I supposed to pretend like I know what I'm doing when I don't even comprehend what's going on?
Perception is everything, right? You'll act like you're in control, and if you can't, then I will do what needs to be done. That is, of course, until you are in a position to resume power.
How do you propose to do that?
That'll be just like the phone call. When people come to you, I will tell you what to say, how to act. Okay, you just follow my lead.
I may be different than I was before, but I know one thing. I never made you privy to the inner workings of my business. So bluffing is one thing. What you're talking about is something else altogether. It's not going to work.
It has to work. There's no other choice. It's the only way to protect all of us.
Why bother? Air in here gets hotter by the minute.
Yeah. It won't be much longer. I've all the set to open in an hour and a half, give or take.
Have you given any more thought to my plan?
It could work, except for the part where you and I make a run for it.
Okay, well, what's our alternative? I mean, you can't actually think you're gonna walk away from this, do you? The cops are probably swarming this place by now, and they're not gonna wait forever. Eventually, they're just gonna start shooting their way in, and once that door opens, you're gonna have two choices. Surrender or die.
Maxie, you're the one that's in danger. We'll plan this all out. He's gonna come in here, grab this briefcase, blow up the lobby, and cover the team's escape by killing the hostages.
You could actually help him do that?
Dump him in the supply closet and hurry back. No, DA Lansing, I'm not interested in anything you have to say! Dr. Emily, you already have a patient. You, Nurse Elizabeth, check on the rabid dog. Now! What's the verdict?
He's alive. Barely. My God, there's so much blood. I need some help.
Just tell me what to do.
No, you can't risk making your own bleeding worse. Sam? I need you to help me. Oh, come on, I don't want to do it. Sam, please.
The next time a hostage attacks one of us, don't hesitate. Shoot to kill. Got it?
Sister-in-law seems to have her hands full, and I hate to make you all bloody. And I won't if your weird little friend here made progress.
Look, no worries, okay? I got the override running like I said, okay? Your vault will be open in a half an hour.
Well, before the cops are expecting it. Good work, Mr. Jekyll. You may have just saved Lulu's life.
If you have a plan, you need to tell me about it before Craig gets back in here.
The cops know what Craig wants by now, and I can bet all the money I have that they're going to storm that lobby as soon as the vault
That
opens.
means Craig knows it too.
That's right, and he's gonna want to run with that briefcase. He's not going to be able to do it because he doesn't have the access code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to him in exchange for your release.
You can't do that.
One of us has to stay alive for our children.
Well, you know what? I know the code too. So who's to say I'm not going to tell him that and use it for your release instead?
You can't put me back in jail. My wife bailed me out.
Okay, well, I'm charging you again. Obstruction of justice.
You got a pretty thin skin, don't you, Lansing? All I did was point out that your plan has some faults.
I really don't have time to argue with you, Luke, okay? Could you please cuff him?
Come on, Mac. You know that if Lucky and I hadn't taken Dr. Quartermain out of there, you'd already have one dead man in the debit file.
And we're grateful for that.
Yeah, well, show some gratitude. I got family in there just like you do. Don't take me out of the loop. I might be some help.
Sorry, Luke. This time I have to side with the DA. There's no way you'll stay on the sideline. As soon as we turn our back, you'll go in there to rescue Lulu. I can't allow that.
Okay, fine. Are we all happy now? What are you waiting for? Could you please take him downtown?
Will you at least let my dad stay on the scene until my sister
Lucky,
is out?
your father is a loose cannon. I don't think I have to explain that to you.
Arrogant bastard. You're going to get a bunch of people killed.
With your father, and he'll convince you to do whatever he wants.
You don't fool me. Not for a minute. You don't believe in this ringy-dink operation. You want to save Maxie and Robin yourself, but you haven't got the guts. And you can't take me standing here reminding you of that.
Okay, come on.
You know what your problem is? You need to see the hostages as people just like you see me.
No, I don't.
You know, I don't have many girlfriends. Women don't seem to like me for some reason. But I did recently make one friend. Her name's Sam. She's in love, trying to have a baby. I'm pretty sure that's what she would be doing right now if she wasn't being held up in the lobby with your psycho partners. And then there's Nicholas. I mean, he just got his son back from a kidnapper, and he would probably be at home celebrating right now with the love of his life if he wasn't here. And yeah, I know it sounds corny to say love of his life. But Nicholas and Emily, they have this real-life fairy tale romance. Did I mention Emily's in there too? So's my cousin, Robin. She's a doctor. Robin's life has real value, not just to me and my family or her boyfriend Patrick, but to the world.
I don't need to hear this.
And then there's Elizabeth. I mean, I can't stand her, but doesn't mean I want her to die. I mean, she's carrying Lucky's baby. Not only would you be killing her, but you would be responsible for the death of an innocent unborn child.
It wasn't supposed to turn out like this, all right?
How did you think it was supposed to be? Your boss gave you a mask and a gun and told you not to let anyone leave.
It was his job. 5 minutes, in and out. He made the plans, we followed. There wasn't supposed to be real flesh and blood people involved.
You're not done with this. Come on. Lucky told me. Lansing screwed you over more than once. What's your point? My point is, don't chain me out here while that idiot gets my daughter shot.
What's that about? Mr. Spencer's being detained by the PCPD. He's a danger to himself and the hostages. He's probably going to ask you to help him out. Under no circumstances are you to do that. He'll act on impulse and end up getting a bunch of people killed.
Well, that's the police department's business, isn't mine?
Thanks a lot, pal. Maybe I can do something for you sometime. Clown. God. Cops, huh? You got any kids? I got 2. Maybe you know my son, Lucky. He's one of these stupid cops. I know. What are you gonna do? I did my best. But my daughter, she's 18. She's got her whole life ahead of her. I just want to make sure she lives to see it. She's in there. Come on, I'm not one of these guys that's gonna go off half-cocked and get a bunch of people killed. I'm not!
I know who you are.
I'll cover you, I swear. I'll make sure that they think I got myself out of this.
Okay. Glad to see you. This is a good start. We need to get a triage set up, at least 3 tents and enough supplies.
It's covered.
Look, I just put in the request a couple of minutes ago. How could it be covered?
We were already on our way. Not the only one to concede the potential for serious casualties, Dr. Drake.
You're missing all the excitement. The tattooed priest killed one of my men, but not to worry, he was shot for his trouble. I knew you'd want to come back and be a part of things.
I'll make you a deal. I told you that I know the code to the briefcase. I'll give you the code if you let Carly go.
Wow. What have you done to win such devotion? I mean, this man would like to St. Peter to protect you.
He's not lying. He knows the code.
Well, then I take it to reason you know it too. for me to find out.
Sure there is.
If you're telling the truth.
Listen to me. Luke Spencer gave you 3 numbers. By the time he got to the 4th, he was bluffing.
And I have your word on that, do I?
The next number in the sequence was 4. I'll give you the last 2 once you release Carly.
You're quite a wheeler dealer, aren't you?
The cops know you're waiting for the vault to open. As soon as it does, they're gonna come get you, Mr. Craig.
Well then, how fortunate that the vault's going to be open earlier than they think.
Do you want more vodka? It might help the pain.
I don't feel anything right now.
She's getting weaker.
We can't count on this guy releasing us when that vault opens. We're running out of time.
We're not giving up. We're gonna get out of here soon.
I can't stop thinking about Spencer. All the time I've already lost with him. Jackson, Carly took him, then Colleen. I mean, my God, his first birthday's coming up.
Hey, look at me. We're gonna be around to celebrate.
Not if we don't come up with a plan. And I mean right now.
I'm not sure if I just saved the universe or set us all up for certain death.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah, but the unhinged one seemed totally psyched about the vault opening early.
And you think whatever makes them happy is really bad for us.
You know, I just hope I did the right thing. Blonde one? What are you doing?
It's my mom's engagement ring. My dad gave it to me on Christmas for safekeeping. And it's a symbol of their love. And I only wear it on special occasions, and I feel like facing near certain death qualifies as special. Besides, it makes me feel closer to my mom. It may sound silly, but I feel like the ring connects us. Like she's watching over me.
Please don't help me. I have to pay for my sin. And for Manny's, I'm sorry.
Okay, I think it's time for me to slip away. Wait for Jason's signal.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to our friends the Jackal and Michael Corinthos Jr., our little gathering will come to an end in a matter of minutes.
So how's my dad? Not happy, but he's safely out of the way. Look, I'm sorry I had a
Forget about it. You were just following orders.
Look, don't do it, all right? You got orders to follow, too. You gotta let your dad sit
He
this one
just
out.
wanted to save Lulu, all right? A part of me wants to let him do it. My only priority is to save Elizabeth and our baby.
And as soon as we get inside, I'll find your sister and you focus on Elizabeth, all right?
Any sign of Sam or Nicholas?
We think we heard Nicholas shout out to Luke from the lobby. As far as Sam's concerned, no. I'm sorry. But at least we know what the gunmen want now. This briefcase that Alcazar had stored in the Metro Court vault. We're gonna storm the lobby as soon as the auto lock releases.
You can't storm the lobby. You could get everybody killed. You need to keep negotiating.
Oh, do you think we haven't tried that, Alexis? The leader is not interested. He pretty much cut off the communications right away.
You can't just give up. It's just like you. You're just gonna give up. You don't like half the people in there anyway, do you? Especially hate my nephew and my dog.
You know what? You shouldn't be here.
I'm fine.
No, you're not fine. But you know what? You're gonna be. Come on. Come on.
We can handle things here. You can wait in the back of the barricade there for...
We're about to be flooded with God knows how many casualties. One of them would be Robin. I intend to be here to give her whatever care she needs.
You took yourself off call.
And consider me her personal physician.
Listen to me. Wait a minute. I just watched a doctor try to save a loved one in OR. She almost lost him. I don't know you from Adam, but I do know that a doctor who is emotionally tied to a patient is a disaster waiting to happen. So, for the sake of those you were so eager to save, I'm sending you out of here effective immediately.
Dr. Drake. Doctor. You know, the idiots in charge of this are gonna blow it. They're gonna run this rescue mission into the dirt. Help me. Help me get out of this. I swear to you, I'll get into that lobby and I'll bring Robin out.
Excuse me, could I get a doctor here, please?
What the hell are you doing here?
Go ahead.
I discharged myself.
She nearly collapsed.
I'm not surprised.
Please take a look at her and do yourself a favor, Alexis. Listen to what the doctor says.
You are a fool. You should have stayed in the hospital.
My nephew and my daughter are in that hellhole. I'm not going to sit in a hospital room on the other side of town waiting to find out if they're alive or dead.
The police are most likely planning their rescue attempt at 5:30 a.m., just when the vault is scheduled to open. But we've got a surprise for them, don't we? It's going to unlock sooner than that. Correct, Mr. Spinelli?
Yeah, any minute, dude.
Yeah, which gives me ample time to secure the briefcase and open it. That's where Mr. Corinthos comes in. If what is in the vault is actually an Equinox case, Mr. Corinthos will give me the rest of the code. If it isn't, then I stick to my original plan. I'll blow this lobby to Kingdom Come and use the many deaths to cover my escape. There's a chance that some of you might survive the blast, but no chance at all that you'll survive a gunshot wound to the head. So keep behaving and pray to whatever you believe in that Michael Corinthos Jr. is telling the truth for once in his life. Lulu, Jackal, come with me. Now. Faster. Out.
Just wait for my signal.
If Mr. Craig blows up the lobby, we're going to be lucky to get out of here alive. Robin's not going to stand a chance.
When the time comes, I'm just gonna pick her up and run. Okay? So you stay close behind me.
Why isn't the door open?
You see that keypad? I have to tap in a manual command.
Do it. If either you and Corinthos are playing games with me, I'll make sure Lulu dies slowly and painfully.
You have to believe me. I don't want you to get hurt.
Then just stick to what we talked about. Hand over the briefcase and...
It's too soon for that, don't
Get in. Well done, Mr. Jackal. Sorry about the lockdown. I hand over that case.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wolf, a first grade teacher from Texas. I got to switch jobs for the day with Jason Thompson. Got to meet lots of actors, see around the set, but it's been a special day.
So that wraps us up for our General Hospital job swap. Jason, how's it been for you?
Unbelievable. Obviously, I had such a great time with Miss Wolf in the class, so just I want to thank you so much.
Awesome.
So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Mr. Bob, take us away.
All right, man. Back to you in the studio, Bill.
The self-destruct is armed. There's no way of knowing how much time is left.
An Equinox, indeed. Fortunately, we have a hostage to precious Sonny to give me the code. And if he's not on the level, this beautiful young lady dies. Well, what are you waiting for? Hand it over. Thank you.
Breathe. Obviously, you're not to be trusted. Breathe. How long after I got called away before you checked yourself out of the hospital?
2 minutes.
Breathe.
My daughter and my nephew and the father of one of my daughters is in there. And this is where I need to be.
Quiet. What good are you doing them, sitting here in the cold and fighting a secondary infection and making yourself even weaker?
Doctor, you told me that your wife died of cancer. If she were alive and you were being held hostage in that building, would she be here right now and would you blame her?
Stay here, get your breath.
Hey, way to go, Natasha.
What did you do?
Nothing but ask that dimwit DA a couple of reasonable questions. Now I'm you know, looking at my options, and you happen to be one of them. We've both got daughters that we need to get out of there. You can help me make that happen.
Okay, let me get this straight. So, we have to storm the lobby at 5:30 a.m. because that's when the vault automatically opens. The theory being that we're cutting Craig's men off between the vault and the lobby area. Now, he's going to know what our strategy is, so we're going to cut the power 15 minutes before we go in to shake him up a little bit and make him think that we're actually going in early. Is that about it?
Yes, sir. After we fire the smoke grenades and the tear gas through the windows, secure the lobby and the surrounding offices, then move toward the vault.
Okay, wait a minute. Elizabeth is pregnant. Tear gas could hurt the baby.
We have no choice.
We don't do it.
It's part of the protocol. Lucky, I know you're concerned about the baby. Okay, Robin's in there too. Her injuries must have compromised her breathing, but there are other people in there that are counting on us to give them every possible chance at survival.
Watch that one. May need her in a minute.
Okay, as soon as Jason gives me the signal, I'm out of here.
You were right. It is an Equinox. But if you're lying about the access codes, you'd better tell me if you don't want to have Carly's blood on your hands.
I already told you what you needed to know.
Very well, then. Give me the last two numbers.
I will! You gotta release everybody!
You trying to change the rules midstream? She will shoot Carly as easily as she shot the priest. Now give me the complete code!
Oh, some new doctor at the hospital, Ford. He's concerned you might present a problem in triage.
Yeah, and as he was so quick to point out, I am off the clock, so my time here is personal, and I have every right to it.
That's what I told him. Don't make me regret it. Do you need something?
Mac, I want to go in. I need to be the one that carries Robin out.
Lose that thought. This is a police action, not some amateur free-for-all where people get a number to racing after loved ones. The only people going in that building will be law enforcement.
Listen to me, if she's still alive, if she's holding on to anything she's got, when we get the signal or whatever, it's going to be chaos in there. Cops looking for gunmen, hostages running for the exits, and what's Robin going to do? Nobody's going to carry her out. You're her uncle. How can you not care about what she needs?
What she needs is for you to stay alive, not get caught in the crossfire. In this instance, you're not equipped for the job. As soon as I get a handle on the situation, I'll send in a search and rescue team.
Robin doesn't have time for that.
Wait, I've already cuffed Luke Spencer to a drain pipe to keep him from going off half-cocked. Don't make me do the same to you.
I gotta pick the lock here. Check your pocket. See if you got a ballpoint pen or a hairpin or something.
Oh, sure. Let me just take the hairpin out of my wig that I use to embed into my bald head.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to scold me later. Right now, I need your help.
Why should I?
Because the idiot that put a mortar through your family is about to get them killed, along with my daughter-in-law, and a whole bunch of other people. Or does storming the lobby at dawn sound like a great solution to you? Listen, Natasha, those people took that lobby 12 hours ago. That wasn't their original plan. They planned to get in there and get out. But what they came for, they couldn't get. And they have waited, with all of Port Charles' heavy artillery surrounding them. That means they're not going to leave until they get what they want. That also means that those hostages could very well be collateral damage.
So that you can run into the rescue?
Are you going to trust their lives to Rick Lansing or me?
I said catch your breath, not free a felon.
Hey, mind your own business. If you'd spend more time thinking than barking at good-meaning medical personnel and cancer patients, you'd know that if you freed me, I could help you keep the death toll down.
Do we look like prison guards to you, or police officers? We are medical professionals gearing up to save lives. Now, you might not like it, but the only contribution that anyone wants you to make around here is to sit there that chain to that drain pipe and keep your mouth shut. If you don't, I can, and I will sedate you.
That won't be necessary, Epiphany. You just continue to focus on your work. I'll deal with Mr. Spencer here.
Good luck.
I had a feeling that you would ask Alexis to free you. You know, in case it wasn't obvious to you, she is debilitated by chemo, and she really shouldn't be out here.
Which should show you how important this is to me and to him. Wouldn't you do the same thing if Molly were in there? Now stop acting like such an ass and unchain him and let him go get his daughter.
Won't be long now. A couple more hours, it'll be over soon.
Tell me again how that's gonna happen.
At 5:30, the hotel vault will automatically open, and either Mr. Craig will get his briefcase and get away, or he'll get caught. Not quite sure how to feel about that.
What do you mean?
On the one hand, I want Craig arrested. I want him tried and convicted and put away for all the fear and terror he inflicted on those poor innocent people.
Sky, you said on the one hand, as if you wanted to get away equally as much.
The other outcome will be better for us. If Craig could somehow get past the police and vanish with his precious briefcase, there'd be a glimmer of a chance that we'd be safe. Those covert ops people you're just talking to, they wouldn't feel like they'd have to clean up loose ends. They could deny any knowledge of the transaction because there'd be no proof.
It's like one flaw in your logic. For Craig to get away, those hostages would have to die.
Now, I want the code in its entirety, or Six shoots Carly right here, right now.
Who are you kidding? You're gonna kill us all anyway. Shut
You
your
kill
mouth.
Carly. You take away my motivation, Mr. Craig. I'd be happy to die with the last two numbers. Then where would your big plans be?
It seems that we are at an impasse, so I shall be a reasonable man. And I will reconsider your offer. The code for Carly's freedom.
Seven. 6 7 4 4 3.
He's bluffing.
No, he's not. He's trying to say the only thing in the world that matters to him. Michael Corinthos Jr. would never knowingly try to sacrifice his wife, would he? 7 6 7 4 4 3. Ah. Success. At last. Well, Mrs. Corinthos, I'm a man of my word. You're free to go.
No thanks.
Carly, leave now.
Not without you.
Well, that's not very smart. Unless it's touching. Is that your final answer?
They cut the power!
Come in early. Give me the detonator. Now.
Captain! Someone's climbed out behind the sign.
One of the hostages?
They're all in black, wearing a mask.
Open fire! Be ready to shoot if he pulls a gun or makes a threatening move.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been emotional.
It's Sam. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
The lobby's wired to explode! Get everyone out! We gotta get everyone out now! Let's go!
Stay back.
Don't.
with the tear gas. Go on my command.
Push the button now! They're gonna know we're coming. At least they won't be able to see us. We gotta get them out of there! Go! Go! Nicholas, how is she? Emily's done everything she can for... Hey, Emily! Emily!
Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
On the next General Hospital.
Help me get out of this!
Just do this!
Get a key! I need help. Robin's critical. Hold on. Emily?
Watch weekdays on ABC.